This video is for any of my viewers. I'm going to direct it toward the other James Godmans here on either on YouTube, on Facebook, or some of the other social media platforms. Now, I just discovered this other James Godman. Hang on, it's James Godman M4P. Now, I don't know if we're kin or not direct kin, but you go back far enough, we probably are, because the Godman name just isn't that common. Like I said, there are about 4 other James Godmans here on YouTube, and there's a David Godman. There was a James Godman on Facebook. I haven't commented on his videos in probably 3 or 4 years. Last time I commented on his videos, he was a manager of some type of store in the UK. It just seems kind of weird, two guys with the two James Godmans commenting like that. He probably got a kick out of it too. There's a James Godman. There's a photographer in New York. There's a James Godman that had the videos from his family, baseball games here on. I don't think it's anything fresh on his channel for about 4 or 5 years. There was the traditional home of the Godman family is in Kentucky. Now my father, I was born in Phoenix, Arizona. I live just west of Phoenix. My father was born in Colorado. Now my father's father was born in Kentucky. Then the ancestral home of the Godman family here in the U.S. is in Kentucky. Now there's a Godman Air Force Base in Kentucky. Now I think Godman Air Force Base was named for James Herbert Godman, but I may be wrong on that. I don't know if that was the James I was named for or not, because my mother told me I was named for another guy named James, but it's just such a common name. It could have been any of a million other guys with the same name. But anyway, there was a guy down in Mississippi that had charted, the Godman family tree. I think it was John Godman down somewhere in Mississippi, but I may be wrong. Now I know my daughter was added to the family tree, but I don't think my 3 grandchildren are on that tree. I'll leave it up to my daughter if she wants her if she wants her children to be considered part of the Godman family. I have no idea what her feelings are on that. Doesn't cost anything, doesn't make any difference to me. I would now the Godman family did have, I don't know if they still do, they'd have some type of get together somewhere there in Kentucky in the spring. Now there may be information here on somewhere on the net on that. I suspect there is. Now I've tried to search that a few times, and I think one time I did find some information on the get together they have in the spring. I think if you do net searching and get information on the Godman family get together, you do have to be a Godman family member, related, maybe married to somebody, something like that, to get into that family meeting. Now, like I said, it is or was somewhere in Kentucky. Now I'm told there's a cemetery in the state of Kentucky just for people named Godman. So it's a very common name in one part of Kentucky. Like I said, I was born in Phoenix and consider myself a native Arizona and a native Phoenician. And sometime I want to make one of those family meetings if they still have them. If you are a member of the Godman family and know something about this, hey, post some information here, or send me an email at jamesgodman61 gmail@gmail.com, and let me know some information on that. I'll just find out. I'm not sure quite when I'd get a chance to, but it would make an interesting YouTube video to post here. Maybe the other James Godman is closer and can make the meeting and post something. Irregardless, it would make an interesting YouTube video. Okay, love y'all. And I guess ask again, sprechen Sie Deutsch? Because I think the Godman name is German. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.